Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're digging into a really crucial perspective shift for anyone building software. We look through your sources, and one in particular sparked this idea about transforming your whole approach. So, our mission today, unpacking what's called the QA mindset for developers.
Right. QA, quality assurance, it's usually seen as, a separate team, a separate job.
Exactly. But we want to explore what happens when you, as a developer, start thinking that way.
What it really means, why it's becoming so essential.
And maybe most importantly, how you can actually bring it into your own work day to day.
Yeah. And what really grabbed me right from the start of one source was this pretty blunt statement. Everybody can write code, but not everyone can think about testing.
Ooh, yeah, that hits differently, doesn't it?
It really does. It forces you to think beyond just, does the code run?
It's more about how does it hold up out there in the real world.
Precisely. How does it survive?
Reading that, it made me stop and think. We get so focused on the happy path, right? Just making the feature work.
But this core idea, thinking like QA, means constantly looking for potential problems. Incomplete flows, those really tricky edge cases.
Stepping outside your own head, basically.
Yeah. Putting yourself in the user's shoes. And maybe the shortcut to shipping reliable code is actually spending more time thinking about how it could fail first.
That's the aha moment, I think. That's the power of this mindset.
And it's not just theory. It sounds like it seriously boosts your code quality.
Oh, definitely. Fewer bugs, fewer emergencies.
More trust from the team, from users, that's huge.
And that aha isn't just like a nice idea. It gives you real practical wins. Take time savings, for instance.
Okay.
If you have this QA mindset, you can almost predict, or at least have a better sense, of how your code will handle testing before it even gets to QA.
So you're catching things earlier.
Exactly. You write more robust code from the get-go, which means less back and forth, less rework, avoiding those cycles that just kill momentum.
Right. You shift from putting out fires to, well, preventing them. Proactive, not reactive.
That makes a ton of sense. And it's not just about speed, is it? It sounds like it really impacts the user experience, too.
Massively. We're not just talking bare functionality. We mean code that feels logical, intuitive, solid.
Like, it just works. Even when you do something a bit weird.
Yeah. Because you've thought about those weird things, those annoying form errors, or someone pasting, like, way too much text into a field.
The unexpected inputs.
You account for them.
Yeah.
And that makes the whole journey smoother for the user. Less friction.
And that builds confidence in the application itself.
Absolutely. And speaking of confidence, there's the team dynamic aspect, too. Well, the source we looked at had this funny line. It said that if you consistently deliver code that testers struggle to break, you become the QA's favorite.
Huh.
Yeah.
I can see that. It's better than getting a bug report that just says it's broken.
Right. Imagine getting feedback like, tried my best, couldn't find anything critical, nice job.
Yeah, that definitely builds your reputation, shows reliability.
Exactly. Boosts your standing.
Okay, I get the benefits.
Yeah.
But let me push back a little. Isn't this asking developers to basically do two jobs now? Like, what does this QA mindset actually involve day to day? What are the concrete things you're doing differently?
That's a really fair point. And it's less about doing two distinct jobs and more about integrating the thinking.
Oh.
At its heart, it's about active imagination, relentless questioning.
So, like
Really visualizing the user flow step by step, thinking, okay, what's the worst that could happen here?
anticipating failure modes.
Yeah. And then testing for them, trying weird inputs, faulty data, pushing limits.
Give me an example.
Okay, so putting in super long text strings or leaving fields totally blank, clicking buttons really fast multiple times.
Try to break it.
Trying to break it, yeah.
Yeah.
Deliberately. And also making sure that when things do go wrong, the error messages are actually helpful, not just error 500.
Right. Something the user can understand.
Ultimately, you're constantly asking yourself,
Right.
what could make this crash? What could make it act weird?
Because normally as a developer, your primary question is, how do I make this work?
Right. Usually. Yeah, that's the focus.
But the QA perspective starts with, when will this break?
Exactly. And the sweet spot, like our source suggests, is combining them. How does this work, and how do we make sure it stays working, stays robust?
It's a subtle shift, but powerful.
Very. Let's make it really concrete. Think about building, say, a payment page.
Okay, standard e-commerce checkout.
Right. Now, a developer focused purely on the feature might test. Correct card info works, payment goes through, incorrect card info gives an error, done. Ship it.
Seems reasonable on the surface.
But The developer with that QA mindset, their brain immediately goes elsewhere.
Where?
It would start asking questions like, what if the user leaves the card number field totally empty and hits pay?
Crash. Validation message.
What if they double-click or triple-click the pay button really fast?
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to get charged multiple times?
Ooh, yeah, that's a bad one.
Or what if they somehow manage to enter like a 20-digit card number instead of 16? What happens? Does it just fail? Does it mess up the formatting?
Oh, good question.
What if their internet drops out right as the payment is processing?
Ugh. Nightmare scenario. Does the order get stuck? Do they know if it went through?
Exactly. And the classic one you mentioned earlier. What if they hit refresh after the payment is successful? Does it submit the order again?
Right, the duplicate order problem.
This whole line of questioning, that's the QA mindset in action. It's proactive. It's exploring all those dark corners before users find them.
It's about preventing problems, not just fixing bugs after the fact.
Precisely. So, okay, how do you actually develop this way of thinking? It's not like flipping a switch.
Yeah, what are the practical steps?
Well, the sources offered a few good starting points. First one, write your own test cases.
For your own code.
Yep. Before you even start coding, or maybe right after you finish a piece. Ask yourself, okay, if I were the tester, how would I try to break this?
Forces you to put on that QA hat.
Exactly. Then actually test your own code. Don't just rely on others.
Meaning?
Both automated tests, using unit testing frameworks.
Like unit test or whatever your stack uses.
All right, but also manual testing. Actually walk through the scenarios you just thought of. Click the buttons, enter the weird data.
Okay, so test your own stuff rigorously. What else?
Test other people's code.
Really? Even if it's not your feature?
Yeah. Explore other parts of the application. Try to break different modules. It gives you a wider view of potential issues, common mistakes.
Like your example of pasting a novel into a login field.
Huh?
Yeah.
Exactly like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you find things nobody expected, and you learn from it.
Makes sense. What else helps build the mindset?
Read bug reports. Seriously. Go back through your project's history.
Like get past mistakes.
Yeah. See what kinds of things broke before. What did users complain about? There are patterns there, common pitfalls you can learn to avoid. It's like learning from history.
That's smart. Using the data you already have.
And probably the most valuable thing, listen to your QA team, if you have one.
Talk to the testers.
Absolutely. Understand how they think. Ask them what they worry about when they see a new feature. They're often experts at finding edge cases you'd never consider. They've seen it all.
They're a goldmine of that specific kind of thinking.
Totally. Their perspective is invaluable.
Okay, so wrapping this up, it feels like the core message is that being a developer today is more than just making code work.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's about guaranteeing it's reliable, robust, especially in the, messy real world where users do unpredictable things.
And the QA mindset is the key to that. Transforming code from just functional to actually solid.
That's the idea. That's what enables that transformation.
So hopefully this deep dive has given you, our listener, a new lens, a way to approach technical challenges that maybe offers a shortcut to building better, more user-friendly systems.
And as one source hinted, really embracing this, it can make a real difference in your career.
Which leads to a final thought. If this QA mindset is all about proactively looking for failure points, thinking about resilience, identifying vulnerabilities before they cause problems, how could that fundamental approach, thinking ahead, building for robustness, apply beyond just software?
Interesting.
Could it change how you approach other work challenges or even things in your life? It's really about a systematic way of solving problems to build stronger foundations.
Something to definitely think about. How do you build resilience into anything you create?
Exactly. Food for thought.
CTSS Academy Podcast, where ideas ignite and futures for